This is the Fantasy Chairmen podcast. We're back, and I am Ben.
I'm Alex.
And I am Chance.
And you know what? We've been on a little bit of a hiatus. Lots of stuff going on.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of things.
Many things going on. It's been very difficult to try to find a good time to record, so we apologize.
Many things.
Hopefully you follow us on Twitter at Chairman Fantasy to get a few updates there. But, yeah, Chance got married.
I got married.
You got married. Congrats.
Yes, you did. Congratulations.
Tied the knot. No.
Tied the knot.
Lots of things happening.
I was busy flower manning that wedding.
Did a very good job. You got job offers.
I may get hired. So if you're looking for a professional flower man for your wedding, this guy.
Got offers
Right
for
here.
flower manning. Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people were impressed. They were like,
Were you
"What's
impressed,
his name?"
though?
Oh, yeah.
He was highly impressed.
I was
Highly impressed.
Actually, I wasn't surprised. Let's be honest. It's Ben. I wasn't surprised.
I saw the product, and that's what you asked for.
Yes, exactly.
I blasted a flower petal cannon into his face. So
Ooh.
He did do that.
maybe not quite into the face. That would have hurt.
Unfortunately, I had some stuff going on, and I couldn't make it, Chance, so I apologize.
How dare you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Boo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So-
Alex has been
Oh,
wandering the Great Pacific Northwest.
Not in search of Sasquatch, just wandering.
Just doing things.
Just things to do, man. Lots of things to do.
Yeah. And,
Lots of things needing to get done.
had district championships that we were hosting for my cross country team and had kid make state. So now we're preparing for state. So we've had a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on.
Things going on.
A lot of things.
But we're back and we're here and it has been a wild couple weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of
No kidding, man.
bad news. And we hope you've been able to hang in there without us. But we're going to try to get you through these difficult times with a fun little podcast here. But let's go. We're going to go through the bad things. We got a whole lot of news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Whole lot of news. And then Alex has a little blind resume game for us.
Little game. The blind resumes.
And then we're going to preview week 9. Week 9.
Week 9.
Holy cow. We got playoffs just around the corner.
Playoffs start for us in the big league week 15? Because now it's week 18, right?
It's 15, 16, 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's playoffs, so
It's coming up quick.
coming up.
15, 16, 17. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, coming up quick. It's wild.
When's our trade deadline? Is that 12? Week 12?
I think ours is week either. It might be up till the end. I think it might depend on the league. Because I think the dynasty is pushed back to the start of playoffs.
Oh, okay. In the big league, though, I thought we do we do like a
has
week or
usually
two
been week
before
12,
the start
but
of
it might have been pushed back a week because it's
So week 13
Week
probably.
13.
probably
It's either 12 or
week
13.
Okay.
One of those. I know.
I'll look.
One of them. It's coming up quick.
Oh, look, and if it didn't get pushed back, I meant to push it back a week. So
Yeah. So, yeah, all those people that don't trade in our big league, just pay no heed because you don't nothing.
need it anyway.
You don't do nothing. So,
You don't need to know when that is anyway. That goes for the Dynasty League, too.
yeah. Yeah.
This isn't a league note, but I've got some words to say to some of you people, particularly in the Dynasty League. Anyway.
I can't wait to hear Ben just light into him in the Dynasty League notes.
Right?
I'm ready.
He's been putting out those offers.
He's fired up, and he's about to let some people know.
I am ready. Anyway, that's what we got on the docket. So, Alex, we got a lot of news. We should probably just get into it.
Yeah.
Get right into it.
Here we go.
And now it's time for your NFL news.
All right. Like you said, lots and lots of news. Unfortunately, not a lot of it is great, but there are some good little tidbits in there. There's some good stuff. So we're going to kick it right off first here with Calvin Ridley announced to the NFL that he's going to be stepping away from football for a little while to get his mental health right. Sounds like he's got something that's been he just needs to have some time away from football to get right. So hopefully he does what he needs to do and gets gets his head straight and anything solved, and hopefully things get better for him so he can come back and
be the player we know he can be.
be the stud that he is in football. So hopefully things get better for you, Calvin, real quick. So next bit of news, man, this was just today. Henry Ruggs involved in a DUI crash that resulted in a death. And we were just talking about this in the state of Nevada. If you
get convicted, it's a minimum of 2 years in prison without probation.
And that's just for manslaughter, right?
DUI with a death. Or a serious bodily...
I don't think they throw the manslaughter
like the
on there.
non-voluntary or but DUI with a death,
It's if you're convicted and whatever they sentence you to, it's non-probationary and you serve that time.
It is a minimum of 2 years, so there is a possibility.
2 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So depending on how all that thing works out.
Terrible.
That's just,
horrible news, man.
It's really sad for everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean, the family that just had the death.
I'm sure Ruggs just feels
terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
You know, I can't even imagine how he feels right now. I mean, he made a very stupid decision, made a mistake that cost somebody their life, and I can't even imagine how he feels right now. So it sucks.
Let's see. Next bit of news. Derrick Henry has a foot fracture, and he is pretty much out for the season. It sounds like there's a possibility he could be back for the actual NFL playoffs, but fantasy wise, in redraft leagues, you're dumping him, man.
If I'm remembering right, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the timetable for it was like 6 to 10 weeks.
Something
6
like
to
that.
10, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
the RB1, man. The RB1 on the season.
Still
by
gonna
like
take
40
players
points.
a couple weeks to get up to his yards, and
we knew this was coming eventually. You can't give that guy that many touches and not expect something to happen.
I don't think that's what it was. I think it was a freak thing.
It's a foot in his bone.
Yeah, I don't
A
think
bone
it
in
was
his foot, I mean, not a foot in his bone.
it was just a freak thing. I don't think it was the amount of touches. I think he just took a wrong step and
from all the
stepped
work, all the stress on his bones.
no.
And one finally cracked, and it broke,
No.
and now he's down.
better make it back for the playoffs. That's all I'm worried about now.
You gotta hope
Titans
your Titans just hang on, you know? Whatever they gotta do, rip out Julio's hammy that's bothering him and put in a mechanical one so he could just get out there.
I'm just saying their offense better get more diverse now. It's just
Throw
not
the
all
ball.
run,
Throw the
and
ball.
then play action every now and then. You need to throw the ball now, Titans. Vrabel.
Vrabel has got some thinking to do. Oh, the sad music. RB1 down. RB1 down.
So many injuries.
Next bit of news. Kyler Murray day-to-day with an ankle injury.
Okay.
Looked like he tweaked it there right at the end of the game and was limping off.
Gosh.
Can't imagine if he can't go. That would suck for the Cardinals.
Yes, that'd be a
don't even know.
huge hit to the
Who's
Cardinals.
the backup for the Cardinals?
It's a good question.
Exactly. Nobody knows.
Is Rosen still around?
No.
No, he's long gone.
Last I heard, Rosen was with the Niners.
Yeah,
I have no
I think he
idea.
got cut from there.
I
so.
have no idea where he's at.
Ben, cue up the music. I got more sad news, man.
Okay, we're bringing it back.
Just
We're lamenting.
just keep it rolling, man.
Oh, why does it feel like we have to do this so many times?
Jameis Winston gets bent in an awkward position, tears his ACL. He's done for the season.
Oh, Jameis.
Jameis! Not your Lasix could have foreseen this coming.
Not even your Lasix. Good on you, Trevor Siemian, for taking down the Bucks, though.
Oh, my goodness. No kidding. So,
yeah.
currently, the only two quarterbacks I think that are still on the roster for the Saints, the active roster, are Simeon and Taysom Hill. And Taysom Hill is still working through the concussion protocol.
They
so
said he's on track for his concussion protocol stuff
Okay.
to come back. Whenever that is, I don't know. But they said he's on a good deal.
He's
so it could be-
progressing.
He's progressing. So it's either this week or next week. I don't honestly know how long that concussion protocol thing goes for some people, whether it's different or not.
It's been 2 weeks for him so far.
Yeah.
They say he's on track, so
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's also been rumored that I guess Phillip Rivers has reached out to the Saints, or I don't know if he's reached out. I think he just made
he
it
said
public.
he's open for discussion.
Yeah. So
He'd be open to a return if they came calling.
to the Saints. So keep an eye on that. Something could be from the.
Check downs to Alvin Kamara.
Oh my goodness.
All day.
All day. James Robinson day to day with a foot injury. You guys were actually at the Seahawks game this weekend and saw it happen, but I don't think anyone realized. I don't think anybody realized that he was hurt that bad.
He just kind of almost limped off the field and went to his sideline, and
he crashed into the Windows Touch little cubby box storage container.
The Windows Surface.
The Windows Surface, yeah.
he was on the sideline there for a while because we remember seeing him on the sideline. It's like, hey, when's he coming back in?
He jogged back into the huddle and then he signaled, I need a break.
Never
I
mind.
need out.
I'm coming back out.
So.
And then he jogged off. And
Sounds like it's a bruised heel.
I guess. So keep an eye on him. But if he doesn't play, lots of Carlos Hyde. For sure.
If you want to play any of the Jaguars.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's true.
Yucky.
Yucky. Dak Prescott, he missed this last game. He took it all the way up to game time and was deemed out. So they're hoping that he can play this.
Then Cooper rushed in and got the win.
Cooper rushed. He sealed the deal and finished off the Vikings with a Cooper to Cooper touchdown.
That they did.
Sterling Shepard injured his quad Monday Night Football. Did you guys catch that injury at all?
I saw the injury. I didn't see it.
Looked really painful.
Look, like right before he made like a cut or something like that, you could see him pull up his leg and hang on to it, and then went down. And
I just got to keep this going.
You just got to keep it rolling. Also in that same game, Kadarius Toney gets I think he smashed his own thumb with his face mask when he got tackled on a play. Apparently there is a large gash in his thumb now. But he seems to think that he's going to be okay. But
he came back that game though, right? Or did he go on a second time?
He was out there, but I don't think he had another touch the rest of the game. So he was just probably more of a decoy at that point. But yeah, apparently from what I read, he has a large laceration on his thumb. So we'll see what happens to it. But he was kind of walking around like it was his wrist, though. He's like,
Matt Ryan had a gnarly laceration.
Oh, it was a bleeder too.
That was bad.
Yeah, on his non-throwing hand, and it kept bleeding. Yeah, he got
Whole
cleated.
cleat to the hand.
Got cleated.
Non-throwing hand.
Yeah, that was wicked. Next bit of news: T.Y. Hilton is out for Thursday Night Football with a concussion.
Surprise, surprise.
That guy just can't stay on the football field for more than one game.
Terrible.
He'll come back and you're gone.
He'll come back, kill the Texans, and then he's gone.
Oh, man. And probably the saddest news for Ben.
Don't do it.
The Pro Bowl
Don't bring
linebacker.
Don't say this.
Face of the Bronco organization.
Do it.
Von Miller has been traded to the LA Rams.
Bye, my lover. Bye, my friend. You have been the Vaughn.
Yes.
You have been the Vaughn for me.
Let it out.
Just
let it out.
Just need a little.
Just
a little bit.
You just need a taste.
Just
That's
need
all.
a taste. Not the full thing. Oh, goodbye, Vaughn.
He will be sorely missed in Bronco Nation, but
Absolutely.
Uncle Vic's pain stones were real in that day.
Extremely painful.
Deshaun Jackson released by the Rams today. They were unable to find a trade partner, and he has been released.
Bye,
Released him.
Bye, Deshaun.
I
Release you. Goodbye, Deshaun.
I'm sure he'll get picked by another team, get a couple good shots, and then traded or released
He'll
again.
get picked up by somebody. So, but
Giants, anybody?
Might as well.
he should go to the Chiefs and just be
be
the guy that the two deep safeties have to worry about now, and then Tyreek can do whatever he's going to do.
All that trade speculation of all these receivers to the Chiefs didn't pan out, did it?
Nope.
Man, there was so much hype for the trade deadline.
And nothing. Pretty typical trade deadline.
We sent away Vaughn and
Yeah, it was mostly defensive.
destroyed everything.
Mostly defensive stuff this trade deadline. There wasn't too many offensive skill players
for the big
getting,
names. Yeah, like Stephon Gilmore, Von Miller. Yeah, those are the big ones. So, and last bit of news here. Actually, 2 things here. Actually, 3 things here. Wow.
There was a lot of news.
There's a lot of news.
A lot of news.
A lot of news. Broncos tight end Noah Fant on the COVID-19 list. He did test positive for COVID. I don't know if he's vaccinated or not.
I
So is it different how long they have to be out between?
If you're vaccinated, if I remember right, it's if you have 2 negative tests within 24 hours, you can play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're not vaccinated, then it's a minimum 10 days you're out.
Yeah.
There's no testing out of it.
Yep.
So, not wide receiver, Washington football team tight end Logan Thomas possibly could be returning after the bye week, which football team's on a bye right now.
We need tight ends back.
We did.
Yeah.
This last week was disgusting.
There was it was grossness.
Absolutely
Lots of
filthy.
grossness.
I saw a stat that there were it was 4 or 5 of the top 10 tight ends from this week were 0% rostered in certain, depending on the league, the format that you play in.
Disgusting. Christian McCaffrey possibly might be back this week. You never know.
The quote was may or may not play this week.
Very not helpful at all.
Helped 0 people.
Thanks.
0 people.
Thanks, Coach Rule.
You help no one. Titans signed Deontay Foreman and Adrian Peterson to the practice squad. Sounds like Foreman, or are they both on the practice squad?
So they're going to go on the practice squad,
And
be
then
elevated to the roster, and it sounds like Mekhi Sargent's going to be put on the waiver.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be Foreman, Peterson, and McNichols.
Jeremy McNichols. Get your McNichols on. Get that sack full of McNichols.
You're touching any of
McNichols.
the Titans players, it'd be McNichols.
Get
or
a handful of
Peterson.
McNichols if you
If
can.
Peterson can still run at 36.
It's probably worth more than a penny.
Change out your quarters for McNichols. He is worth more than a penny, all right? I'll say that much.
Just saying.
And then the last piece of news I got, Robert Tonyan out for the season with a torn ACL. I saw the play right when it happened, and I just figured right when he grabbed, you could see that there was no contact.
Immediately
went to the ground and then grabbed his knee. I was like, oh gosh, that's not good.
And he's done. That sucks at Tunyon, man. That's
Especially to have
That was
it was bad. Boo! Bad one.
he was having a rough year, so to go out on that note was that's
bummer.
pretty rough.
It's a bummer,
That's
man.
rough.
So, but that is the end of the news and notes segment.
One of the longest news segments in the history of news segments of all time.
Stuff this weekend.
Man, what was it last year? Or it wasn't this year. It was last year, week 1. You remember that? Where they cut the preseason games?
Yeah.
And week 1 was just It was
bloodbath.
the blood. It was a bloody Monday.
Yeah, it was terrible. I do remember that.
That was wild. Probably have it somewhere in the archives.
Crazy 2020 season. Man, things are just wild. The NFL.
We're in week 9, and it's still there's
Still
weird
just
stuff.
unpredictable.
I mean, the Jets win this week.
With a backup quarterback,
That has never had an NFL start in his career.
Mike White. What was it? 300?
Never heard of the guy.
How much?
Took down the Bengals, the 5-2
That guy
Bengals or
just
whatever.
taking down the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Saints take down the Super Bowl winning Buccaneers
With Jameis getting injured halfway through.
and Trevor Siemian leading the way through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cowboys take down the Vikings with quarterback
Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. And all these backup quarterbacks put up good fantasy days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
To say the least,
What?
yes. I would have rather had one of them than Daniel Jones. So
yeah. Right.
Because I started Daniel Jones this week in one league. So.
Well,
Even Patty Mahomes this week.
Oh,
Could have
yeah.
played one of these backups over him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have blamed you. I mean, starting Daniel Jones.
What's happening though? Like what? I mean, usually there's some kind of, there's a couple of surprises every week, but this is like, I feel like this is every week now. It's not just one or two things. It's a litany of things now.
Just seeing craziness.
His offensive line at the Giants, he has no time to do anything, and he already makes mistakes. And when you don't give him any time, it just gets worse.
Stinking wild.
Yeah. I think we're seeing the Kansas City Chiefs become a real issue now, though. I mean,
no kidding.
No one seems to be scared of him anymore.
It's just crazy. Everybody just plays that too high safety look on defense, and they just can't get by it.
Yeah, they're just like,
and their
go ahead and
defense
throw
is
it up
awful.
in front.
Their defense is terrible.
Patriots took down the Chargers.
Oh, yeah?
Did you see that coming?
Nope.
Yeah. Not good, dude. Herbert has been one of the worst quarterbacks in football for the last 3 weeks.
I think by the metrics, he hasn't been. I mean, for fantasy wise, yeah, he's been terrible. He's not been what you drafted.
This is his first real bad week where he had turnover problems.
I don't know.
He had two interceptions. I think he had a fumble or two as well.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some stats out there on Twitter that were just saying that he has not been good the last 3 weeks.
He is not. He has not.
Oh, and Mike Williams has fallen back to earth.
Has Mike Williams become Mike Williams again?
Yeah,
has he turned into a pumpkin
that way? 5 targets, 2 receptions, I think, this last week. And not good.
What happened?
Mike Williamson. I don't know, man.
Herbert not playing up to his last year status.
Not for 3 weeks.
You need to figure it out. Figure it out.
Well, speaking of all this craziness and bad weeks and players not performing the way we thought, let's get into some blind resume, huh? All right, Chance, we're going to need you to use your other senses. They need to be heightened because you're blind now. You can't see who these players are.
Okay.
So that sense of smell, you better get it rolling.
Oh, my sense of smell.
Some of these may be stinky.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Good.
Wafting,
You might smell a stench.
Turn the ears up a little
It
bit.
could be sweetness.
Okay.
I'm going to need you guys to put your thinking caps on.
Ooh.
On.
And close your eyes because it's blind. Eyes are
Use
closed.
your other senses.
I'm going to run into the mic.
Oh. By the way, Ben, I didn't even talk to you. Boondock Saints 3.
Coming out.
Coming out.
Wait, hold up.
It is
Wait a
coming
minute.
out.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints 3.
What? I didn't hear this.
I just saw it the other day.
How did I not hear this?
It is
Norman
on.
Reedus,
It got picked up.
they got all of them?
It got
They got-
picked up by a production
they got the
company,
main
and
guys.
it's going down.
Every 10 years, man.
No kidding.
It's every... Are they going to... Oh, man.
They
It's
were
supposed
really
to.
just waiting
They're
for
going to pick
Norman-
up where they left off. Yeah.
They're waiting for Norman Reedus to get off the Walking Dead contract, and then
Now it's time.
now it's time.
Let's go. Yes! Oh, let's just do a Boondock Saints podcast now.
I know, right?
Forget
Jacked.
Forget football. Let's have a watch party for Boondock Saints.
Yeah, not bad idea.
Podcast that.
All right, blind resume. So I've got one blind resume for wide receivers, running backs, and quarterbacks. Tight ends, I just left them out because, I don't care what the resume is for the tight ends.
Yeah.
You're starting.
That'd be a total guess.
I really
anyways.
don't even care. You could tell me that, for me specifically, Darren Waller has been a disappointment. You could tell me that, TJ Hawkinson is outscoring Darren Waller. I'm still going to start Darren Waller. I mean, it just is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
The possibility.
Dalton Schultz
Yeah.
over Darren Waller. Do it. Do
You
it.
I mean,
do it.
The way it's going
Do
right now.
the way it is. I mean, he's probably higher in the rankings.
But you're
for
not
sure.
going to do it, though.
I probably won't
It's pretty hard to do.
because in the league I don't have Dalton Schultz, so
Okay.
I can't just do it. All right, the wide receiver blind resume for player A. This player has played in 7 games, scored 111 fantasy points. This is half-point PPR, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
He has 37 receptions for 566 yards and 6 touchdowns, and is the wide receiver 11 on the year.
Okay.
Player B has played in 7 games also this year. He has 89 fantasy points, 42 receptions on 503 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and is the wide receiver number 23 on the year. Who are these players?
6 touchdowns, you say?
You are correct.
Wide receiver 11 on the year.
I say.
It's not Mike Williams, is it? It's not Mike Williams.
No. I was thinking.
Is it Mike Williams?
It is not Mike Williams.
Oh, okay. You gave me a look like, am I on to something? I'm not on to something.
It's not Mike Williams.
Who's had 6 touchdowns?
Adam Thielen,
Wide
Jamar
receiver
Chase.
11. Jamar Chase has had more than 6.
Jamar Chase was like top 5 right now.
Right? Yeah, he's like
stupid.
He's like wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
Maybe Thielen.
I'm thinking Thielen. I'm going to go with Adam Thielen.
Okay.
One player.
So just off the numbers, which of these receivers would you put in your lineup?
Well, obviously, wide receiver 11.
Player A?
Player A.
I'm thinking it's not Adam Thielen, though.
Okay. Player
Are you
B.
going to give a guess, at least, for player A?
What's your
No.
guess?
No.
Final guess. Player A.
Somebody.
Okay. Okay. Good blind resume. Chance, what's yours guess?
For A? I said Thielen.
Thielen? Player A. Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Oh.
Player B.
Hollywood. Why shouldn't have known Hollywood? God.
Yeah.
Player B. Your guys' guess?
503 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wide receiver 23.
Wide receiver 23. It's somebody with a big name.
Could be.
Has to be.
It's gotta be. Is it Godwin?
Nope.
No.
Not Godwin. If I did like wide receiver like 70, you guys have been like Allen Robinson. Yep, that's it.
That would have been way too obvious.
Yes.
Wide receiver 23.
Because Allen Robinson doesn't belong on a fantasy football team right now.
That saddens my heart. I wish he would have got traded somewhere. Whatever.
It's not Godwin. That was my best guess.
Godwin, Chance, what's your guess? Now. Guess. Now.
I'm just going to throw out a name.
Okay.
No idea what's right. Keenan Allen.
Player B is Stephon Diggs.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
All right, that makes sense.
Yes. What? 111 points to 89 points. Stephon Diggs, the undisputed wide receiver 1 for the Bills. Supposedly high-flying offense, but just...
What world are we in? We're playing Marquise Brown over Stephon Diggs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No. Yeah, you both missed that one, so...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not good.
That was a little rough.
So, but you know... That's too damn bad! It is too damn bad. But we have to...
I'm tired of this, but it's not in there.
Where's our guy, Statman Kyle, to help us out?
Right? No kidding. But we are at a point in the NFL season where, like, we're past... I know we just said that a bunch of wild things are still happening in the NFL, but we are at a point in the NFL where it is not just, you know, a fluke. It is a trend that is happening, and this is, you know, unless something changes drastically on the second half of the season, which it can with the weather changing and game plans changing and stuff like that. But we're seeing a trend now, and Stephon Diggs is not getting the looks like he was last year.
Well, like you said, our trade deadline's week 12, week 13.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to go with the trend going on now, or are you going to go back to the usual players that used to be the fantasy guys but are not doing anything this year?
Right.
So, I mean... It's one of those decisions you have to make now. You want to hold on to them, or do you want to go these guys that are trending upwards?
Are you going to trade Stephon Diggs for Marquise Hollywood Brown?
I mean, if you're needing to, maybe.
I have both.
In all
Then
your
you
leagues,
should have known
in all
both
your
of
leagues.
them.
Just say dynasty.
But those are questions that you got to ask yourself, and I mean, especially if
Wouldn't do it.
You never know. I mean,
Gave Derrick Henry.
gotta get past the name allure now and just start looking at the production that's happening. So, all right, next one. We're on running backs here. Player A for running backs has played in 8 games. He's got 111 rushes for 442 yards and 17 catches for 144 yards. He has 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown and is running back 19. And he has scored 87 fantasy points, half-point PPR.
Okay.
Player B has played in 7 games. He has 64 rush attempts for 268 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, and 32 receptions for 333 yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Has 118 fantasy points. What are your guesses?
Running back. What number on the year?
Number 8.
Number 8. Oh, okay.
Number 8.
Okay. Well,
Did that give it away?
What was?
You might have gave it away with his top 10.
What was? I don't have that pulled up. I need to pull that up.
Stop cheating!
What was the games played for player A again?
Oh, trying to eliminate teams with buys?
I'm just trying to figure things
Player
out.
A has 8 games. Player
8
B
games.
has 7 games.
Okay. Oh.
So someone did have a buy.
Okay. 19 and 8. Okay.
Okay. Your guess for player A, gentlemen.
Player A.
42 yards. Rushing.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
I'm gonna say Josh Jacobs.
Okay. And your guess, Chance?
I'd have to go Josh Jacobs too. I'm gonna double down. No, hold on. 442 yards.
It could be right, though.
No, let's just go Josh Jacobs. I can't think of anything
Both
else.
guessing Josh Jacobs. It is Antonio Gibson.
Oh.
Running back 19.
I wouldn't have got that anyways.
Your guess for player B, gentlemen.
Oh.
107.
How many receiving touchdowns?
5 receiving touchdowns.
5 receiving touchdowns. Running back 8. Oh, golly gee willikers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is going to be... Man, I should have looked at my top 10 list before this. Mistaken. Who's I'm drawing a blank, man. I don't have a guess for this one.
3, 2, 1.
That didn't work.
Okay.
Running back 8.
Player B, Cordero Patterson.
Oh, God, that's a trick one. I should have said. I should have known.
So, yeah. I mean,
top 10 running back.
at this point,
Obvious, yeah. Cordero Patterson. We play on Sleeper. He's designated as both running back and wide receiver.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm still having the hardest time categorizing him into the running backs.
Cordell Patterson to me is still a receiver.
It's so weird.
But he has, 2
why
rushing
he's getting the rushing,
touchdowns
it's just-
and 64
It's just
rushes.
weird. It's weird.
So
It's weird.
I will agree, but he's the number 8 running back right now. So
Well, I would have been choosing Antonio Gibson 10 times out of 10 9 weeks ago. So
of course, but this is the NFL year we're in. So
I keep riding Cordero Patterson. I don't like that fracture in the shin of Antonio Gibson.
nope, we still recommend to trade him away if you can.
Yeah.
In regular season leagues.
Yeah.
Redraft leagues.
Redraft.
Redraft.
Not Dynasty.
Dynasty hold.
Hold on to him.
Hold. All right, the last blind resume is a quarterback blind resume. Quarterback. That's me saying that's too damn bad because you guys suck at this.
Not great so far.
Yeah, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. All right, quarterback blind resume. Player A has played 7 games, and he has 179 completions on 281 attempts for 1,994 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. And he has 23 rushes for 81 yards and 1 touchdown. Good for 147 points and number 10 on the year for quarterbacks. Player B has 8 games played, 168 completions on 270 attempts 1,926 not receiving yards, I guess. I mean, completion yards for 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. 25 rushes on 108 yards and 1 touchdown. Stop cheating. Good for 139 points and number 12 on the year.
Right on. Okay. Give me the rushing yards again.
Player A has 81 rushing yards.
Okay.
Player B, 108.
And the fantasy finishes one more time.
Number 10 and number 12.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Daniel Jones, player
No.
A. Okay. All right. That's wrong. Figured that was wrong. Okay. It's Joe Burrow?
Nope.
Nope. He's higher than that.
He might be.
Player A, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, correct! I got one!
Jim's got one.
He got one. And player B?
Daniel Jones?
Nope.
Joe Burrow?
You give your rushing yards again?
108.
108.
108.
Player B.
Ben is actively cheating now.
I'm not cheating. I gave my 2 guesses.
Joe Burrow? Nope. Daniel Jones? Nope.
Oh, that's who it is.
You just looked it up.
Maybe.
You cheater.
Who is it?
Player B is Carson Wentz.
Oh, I would have never guessed
According
that.
to this list, he's 11.
Oh, what list is that?
It's on Sleeper. I don't know.
Oh, I looked on Sleeper too.
Well, it's something changed.
Something changed. In a different league, maybe. So,
That's his little resurgence, though, in the past few weeks.
yes. I mean, Wentz has one more game played than Herbert, but yeah. I mean, Justin Herbert and Carson Wentz. I mean, who would you want to start
Justin
right now?
Herbert.
Herbie.
Oh, well, just off the name, yeah. But the way they're playing.
Yeah,
Carson
exactly
Wentz.
the way they're
Sorry,
Right
playing.
now it'd be Carson Wentz.
Gut
but-
reaction, you give me the names, I say Justin Herbert.
Exactly.
I had to remember the right now.
The blind
Yeah.
resume has they're playing in a hole.
I still don't know that I would put Carson Wentz in over Justin Herbert.
That'd be pretty tough. That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah.
This is weird.
That's what I'm saying. Well, like, how about
Fantasy
this week?
football is so weird.
How about this week? Justin Herbert or Carson Wentz? Wentz plays the Jets. Herbert plays the Eagles.
Ooh,
Wentz against the Jets sounds better.
sounds better.
because
They
it's
could
the
be running
Jets?
the ball a lot, though.
I don't know.
You're gonna say Wentz?
If Mike White's playing.
Could be a shootout of the
Oh,
ages.
man. But the Eagles' defense, I mean, it's not great.
And that, my friends, is the blind resume.
Oh, you make me sick, sir.
Hey, at least I got one right.
He got
Other than
one.
Ben.
He got one out of 6.
Hey,
I was close, though. Burrow was 8.
One's good, though. One's better than none.
that's better than none. So, you know what? I take that as a win.
Daniel Jones has fallen back down to 14.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's been bad.
Well, to just piggyback off the blind resume here, let's update the top 10 at each position.
Let's do it.
Let's take a look at that. And starting with the quarterbacks, we got old Tom Brady. Old Tom, still at number 1. Josh Allen is number 2. Matthew Stafford is 3. Matthew Stafford, man. Pegged as that late round kind of steal early on.
He is
And
playing well.
He's getting it done. Jalen Hurts, even though he didn't do anything this last week, is quarterback 4.
With 44 points.
Yeah, that was so weird. Kyler Murray, number 5. Patrick Mahomes, still in the top 10 at 6. Leading the league in interceptions.
Ugh.
That's wild. Lamar Jackson at 7. Joe Burrow at 8. Aaron Rodgers at 9. And Justin Herbert at 10. For the running backs, our top 10 right now. Derrick Henry still sits at 1, and he may sit there for another week.
Yeah.
Even 2.
Even though he's on IR.
Possibly a week or 2.
Jonathan Taylor's at 2. The emergence of Jonathan Taylor, and they're still not using him to his full capabilities.
No.
Crazy. Austin Eckler at 3. Aaron Jones Running back 4, Najee Harris is at 5. Alvin Kamara at 6. Joe Mixon at 7. DeAndre Swift at 8. Oh, yeah. See, something switched up. I'm looking in the dynasty here. It's still half PPR, so I don't know what happened.
I don't know what I did.
Something happened. Either my list or your list. But DeAndre Swift 8. Cordero Patterson 9.
Oh.
And Ezekiel Elliott at 10. Ooh. Cordero, man, just hanging out up there.
Hanging out, man.
Getting it done. Wide receivers. Cooper Kupp, still number 1. Tyreek Hill jumped up to number 2. Back up in the top 2 there. Jamar Chase is 3.
Jeez.
To this point, best rookie wide receiver we've ever seen.
Yep.
To this point.
Pretty much.
Unless he falls off in the back half of the season. Deebo Samuel, wide receiver 4, dealing with a calf issue, but yet looked pretty darn good at going off for monster yardage this last game.
Still something to keep an eye on, though, for sure.
DK Metcalf at 5. Mike Evans, 6. Chris Godwin at 7. I didn't realize Godwin was up that high. He's
great. He's had a couple of good weeks.
Yeah.
With Antonio Brown.
Quietly been having good weeks.
With Antonio Brown out, he's been
I don't know.
having good weeks.
Devontae Adams at 8 after being out a week with COVID. And Cordero Patterson, wide receiver 9.
Still can't get used to that.
And Marquise Brown, wide receiver 10. And let's go into the yucky poo-poo tight ends. Travis Kelce remains tight end 1 by 10 points, even after one of his most miserable games we've seen from him in a long time.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, tight end 2. TJ Hawkinson, 3. Mike Gesicki getting it done up tight end 4. Dalton Schultz at 5. Dawson Knox remains tight end 6, even though he's been out for, a week now? 2 weeks?
Just 1 week.
Like a week and a half?
Well, he missed, I think he missed 1 or 2 quarters in the last game.
Yep. Kyle Pitts at 7. CJ Uzoma at 8. Noah Fant stays in the top 10 at 9. And Darren Waller still up there in the top 10 at 10. So there you go. Just as we all expected it to go.
There it is.
9 weeks into the season.
There we are.
Oh, man. You guys want to do a preview for week 9?
Let's
get
do a
into it.
preview.
Okay. Okay, time for the preview. NFL Week 9 is upon us. And like we were saying, fantasy playoffs, they're coming up. Sneaking up on us. Time to make some money moves, people.
Sneaky.
Sneaky, sir.
Gotta get you up over 500 to get into the playoffs. So let's go through
That's your goal. You have to you should shoot for 500.
Basically just try to
500
be up
or
over
above.
500.
That usually is a good odds of getting into the playoffs, because if you don't get above 500, it is
below 500.
Usually not in. Usually. Although the big special. Never forget. All right. First game this week is the New York Jets taking on the Indianapolis Colts on Thursday night. Mike White, baby. Do we believe it?
Oof.
I'm probably not starting him anywhere. I've got a couple leagues where we start 2 quarterbacks and a super flex, though, and if I picked up Mike White, I'm probably plugging him in.
Yeah.
Man.
Most likely into a super flex spot, unless I got really deep at other positions.
If anyone else, I'd play them.
We'll see what happens.
Third quarterback, yeah, I could see that.
You know who you
Throw
can
in.
start, though, is Michael Carter
Mr. Carter.
and Ty Johnson, because Mike White is Mr. Checkdown. Phillip Rivers reincarnated.
Goodness, I guess so.
And I'll tell you what, Michael Carter in half PPR was like 27 points. Ty Johnson, sitting on my bench, about 17 half PPR points.
Not
so
bad at all.
you could probably flex each of those guys.
Goodness.
Be okay there. I don't know any word on Corey Davis.
I don't think
Corey
he's
Davis
practiced
coming back?
yet, but keep an eye. Tomorrow would, I guess, be his last day to get a practice in. So see what
Just
the
remember,
report
it's
says.
kind of hit or miss with Corey Davis.
Yeah, and
typical.
Mike White, yeah. So
Yeah, keep an eye on the Corey Davis news. Can probably flex Jamison Crowder, but other than that, not much else there for the Jets.
Elijah Moore?
Yeah, maybe.
He had a decent.
Yeah,
If there's no Corey Davis, maybe.
Yeah.
deep leagues for sure. Colts side, start Carson Wentz. I think he's probably going to have a decent game here. He's been
So
playing.
says the blind resume.
Yeah.
So says the blind resume. Start Carson Wentz. Jonathan Taylor for sure.
Yep.
Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For sure. And you can tight end dart throws Mo Alley Cox or Jack Doyle, but
He threw up a dud this last week, didn't he?
Mo
didn't
Alley
have a
Cox.
catch.
Yeah.
Jack Doyle caught a touchdown, I believe. So
It's like every other week.
Yeah.
So you can just flip-flop them.
all right. Well, Mo Alley Cox.
So maybe you
week
can
then.
take that risk then.
Mo Alley week.
Probably about it there.
Yeah,
Colts
that's...
side.
Yeah, I say so.
All right.
Next game, we got the Raiders going up against the Giants. On the Raiders side of the ball, you're going to be without Henry Ruggs, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, keep an eye on him because I think last we saw he was dinged up with a chest contusion. So just make sure that he's back at practice again,
Yep.
practicing. And if he's not, then I'd feel a lot more confident about a Kenyon Drake. But Kenyon Drake could be a little bit of a flex option. Derek Carr, you could do worse for quarterback options. Darren Waller, I know, like I said, he has been a bummer for a lot of people. I have a lot of exposure to Darren Waller, which sucks, but I mean, the guy's a stud, but
You got to play Darren Waller.
You gotta
yeah,
play
you
Darren
have to play Darren
especially with Henry Ruggs gone.
Waller. Yeah. And then Hunter Renfrow, he's pretty solid base. He gets about 5 or 6 catches a game, pretty solid floor, and he has a possibility for a touchdown
He's
most
good
each
flex
week.
option.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
then Brian Edwards could be a decent option as well. We'll see what they look like coming out of the break. So maybe more emphasis on the wide receivers. Don't know yet. Giants side of the ball. Keep an eye on Saquon Barkley and Kenny Golladay. We'll see if they can practice this week and be ready for the game. Sterling Shepard, unless something changes, I would assume he'll probably be out. Kadarius Toney, keep an eye on his practice status as well.
Keep an eye on the practice status of every
all
Giant.
of all Giant options. And then if Barkley's out, I feel all right starting
Devontae Booker.
Devontae
Yeah.
Booker. Yep.
Yep.
And then Daniel Jones could be a streaming option quarterback, maybe. So
Yeah. I mean, he has been pretty much all year.
yeah.
He's had a couple down games, but
And then if none of those guys like Tony or Golladay or Shepard are playing, Slayton could be an option. Darius Slayton.
yeah.
And then real deep is Dante Pettis, but I think he got injured
He
too.
got hurt too.
So
It's bad.
It's bad in the Giants world.
Tight ends, Kyle Rudolph and Evan Ingram, I guess.
I guess gross.
I mean,
But,
if all the wide receivers are out, who else are they going to throw to?
All right. The next game we got the Falcons versus the Saints. Falcons side of the ball with Calvin Ridley out. I'm playing Kyle Pitts, Cordell Patterson. You got to ride that hot hand. Mike Davis. If you have anyone better, please play.
for me,
Yeah, he's
man.
not a good option right now. They just apparently Arthur Smith doesn't want to run the ball as much as he did in Tennessee with Derrick Henry. Surprise, surprise.
He doesn't have Derrick Henry.
do you try and trade Mike Davis? I mean, I don't know. What do you do with him? You're probably not starting him.
Drop
really.
him.
I was about to say,
cut
if
him.
you try to trade him, I don't know how much you actually get because he doesn't have any great numbers to
I don't
really
think you
say.
get anything for him right now. It's
No.
the bummer part.
I mean, yeah, you're not doing. I mean, if I get you, hold on to him in case something happens to Cordero Patterson. Basically,
I mean, Matt Ryan,
he's a handcuff.
he's a handcuff.
That's it, man. I'm not. Matt Ryan, I'm not playing. No,
Yeah, it's
not against the Saints.
if you have anyone better play, don't play Matt Ryan.
Yes.
Even in the super flex, hopefully having a second quarterback that's better than Matt Ryan. Any of the receivers you
Probably
guys
not.
feel?
I probably don't want to.
Okay,
Russell
I don't
Gage.
You're just not going to be able to guess who it is.
Yeah.
Russell Gage had a bagel,
Yeah.
which is weird. The
Ran
week
like
before
20
he had
routes and didn't even get targeted.
week before he had like 6 or 7 catches for a touchdown too.
Yeah.
It was just wild.
Saints side of the ball, pay attention to Taysom Hill, whether he's coming back this week or next week.
Taysom Hill plays, man. I think you
could be a
have to
streamer.
play him.
Yeah.
Like,
At
Streamer
least
for
get
sure.
those rushing touchdowns out of him.
exactly.
Alvin Kamara, of course.
Yep.
Anyone else? I mean, I don't feel comfortable playing any of the Saints receivers or tight ends on any week without
really.
a quarterback situation going on.
Not really.
So
Kamara it is.
Kamara it is. Kamara's
Taysom Hill if he plays.
when's Kamara going to be the running back wide receiver? Just because that's the only option they got right now.
Mark Ingram got a little look, but I mean, we'll see how much. If it's just a true spell back, then I wouldn't do anything. But if his work consistently keeps building, he could be a flex option down the road.
Do you think they tried to go back to the old Saints when it was Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara?
They could to try and alleviate some of the heavy work that they had on Alvin Kamara earlier in the year, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, clearly that team's, their identity is Alvin Kamara.
Different.
So we'll see. Just keep an eye on it. I'm not cool with. I wouldn't be cool with starting.
So right
Ingram
now,
yet.
the only for sure option on the Saints is Alvin Kamara. If Taysom Hill plays, you're going off his rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Siemian, if you play him, good luck. I hope he does well, but we'll see.
No, thank you. Next one's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jaguars, we got to see just how terrible they were live and in person. That was fun.
Yep. Her name's not James Robinson.
Did you guys give Urban Meyer a piece of your mind?
Oh man,
we had plenty to
I
say
let
about
Urban
him.
know exactly what I thought about him.
Plenty to say about Urban.
I was watching Urban run up and down the sidelines. It was almost entertaining than watching his team on the field. So there was that. If James Robinson is okay and he's in and he plays, you're playing James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then you can probably flex Carlos Hyde if you need to.
I would say so.
Yeah, Dan Arnold. Probably playing Dan Arnold, but
Yeah, that seemed to be the only bright spot they had last weekend.
other than that, I'm pretty much staying away from everything else. Like, I want to have faith in Visca, but
Man, what is? I don't get it. Like Visca's
watching that game
all
last
bad.
week, they tried to go into him a couple times, and then as soon as Trevor Lawrence missed him, like it wasn't him dropping the ball, he missed him on a deep pass. He was gone.
Jeez.
They gave him a rush, and I think
Just
another
weird.
catch for like 10 yards, and that was about it.
yeah.
You almost want to see LaVisca just go somewhere else and get a better opportunity where they could realize his value and potential. But
Or get a new coach.
a new coach. What about some Jamal Agnew?
There's a lot of people talking about Agnew, but I mean, he's been getting some look, I guess, but it's
Let's see it on a consistent basis.
yeah,
first.
exactly. I'm not excited about it. I'm not looking to play Agnew anywhere.
What about Marvin? Did you say something about Marvin?
Marvin
He didn't do much last week at all.
Marvin's been very up and down recently. He
benching
started
Marvin
out
then?
hot, but yeah, I guess you could flex Marvin in hopes that maybe they go back to it being a Marvin game, but
I mean,
I'm not going to have high expectations.
They are playing the Bills, so I mean, they're going to have to throw the ball.
They are. It's true. But I mean, I don't know. Kind of thought that about Miami last week too.
Yeah. Jeez. Bills just couldn't get it going.
No. So, Bill's side of the ball, though, usual suspects. Any news on Dawson Knox? Do we know if he's going to be getting back soon?
As far as I saw, he was still out this week. I haven't seen any other updated stuff. So
All right. Well, you're starting Josh Allen, starting Stephon Diggs, flexing Emmanuel Sanders. Probably could flex Cole Beasley. And
Although
just,
Manny
you're
Sanders,
gonna have
man.
to hope. He goosed.
He goose egged.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
Careful with that.
yeah, I think that was more of a weird week than anything. I think for the Bills entirely, I think that was just kind of a weird week. So I'd go back to pretty much playing all your Bills. Zach Moss. I mean, maybe if you're running back desperate and just hoping that he's going to fall into the end zone. But
Yeah, if I had a better option, I'd go somewhere else.
Very touchdown dependent with the running backs and the Bills.
For sure. All right, next one.
Next one, we got the Browns and the Bengals. Browns side of the ball. Nick Chubb came back.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was no worse for wear. Got through the game without any setbacks. So
Got the carries, not a great performance, but
no, not really.
Fantasy wise,
But you're just happy that he got through the game without any setbacks. So
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Odell, maybe?
man,
It's really-
we talked about this potentially being honorary jackpot matchup here,
Ugh.
just because we thought this was going to be an ugly game last year, and then we saw what that turned into, and it was fireworks.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could get surprised by what ends up happening in this game.
I guess you could do worse. You could do worse for flex options with Odell.
Do you see the dad of Odell, though?
Oh, man.
Like tweeting the
There's all sorts of drama
Browns
today.
or something like that, or getting a hold of the front. I don't know, something like that. But pretty much saying, throw it to my boy Moore, throwing like he showed a video on Twitter or something like that of Odell open and Baker not finding him.
Yeah.
So
Just basically trying to get him traded before the
yeah, I
trade
think that's what he was
deadline.
trying to do. Is like get him out of the Browns.
Jarvis, did he get banged up this game? I can't remember.
I don't think he was banged up the game prior, but he
Okay.
came
Yeah,
back
I
and
think he
played
was
in this
fine.
one.
He just
Jarvis could be an option for the passing option.
between the two, I think Jarvis and Baker have a little more connection than Odell.
I'd probably go Jarvis over Odell. So, but both are okay flex options. Dearness Johnson got a touchdown, but he only had like 6 or 7 touches, so not quite the Kareem Hunt workload that he was getting when he was splitting touches with Chubb. But I don't know. It's still. I wouldn't start him as a flex. He's just
Wait
a guy to
and
hang
see,
on to
yeah.
and see what happens. If we see another week and maybe workload ticks up, then maybe a flex for the future. But I wouldn't start Dearness if I had him, which I do, and I'm not going to start him. So,
He's going to get a touchdown this week.
He probably will. He probably will. Another receiving touchdown. That's about it. I guess the tight ends, you could, throw a dart on either Austin Hooper or David Njoku, but your guess is as good as
Literally
mine.
a dart.
Yep.
And you don't know where the board's at. You're
Big
just
ol-
throwing
a dark
dart.
dart in a dark room. So, Bengals side of the ball, Jamar Chase,
Start him
Chaman.
Joe Burrow,
Start him up. The only quarterback in the NFL who's thrown multiple touchdowns every week.
There you go. T. Higgins, is he doing all right? I know
Start him.
he's dealing with shoulder stuff, but
He's getting targets, man. He
Yeah.
basically just hasn't gotten the touchdowns. He's getting targets. He's getting yards. The touchdown's going to come. So I'd start T. Higgins.
Tyler Boyd had a little bit of a bounce back game.
Yeah.
Could be an okay flex option. CJ Uzoma,
Yeah, top 10 tight end right now.
never know.
It's come out of basically 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Joe Mixon for sure.
Yeah.
Start him up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it for that game.
All right.
All right, the next game, we got the Patriots versus the Panthers. Patriots side of the ball. I feel good about playing Damian Harris. He's been pretty solid.
I mean, of all the running backs there,
Yeah, I
Been doing
mean,
much better. That's
play
for
Damian
sure.
Harris.
Damian Harris. Don't feel good about playing Jonnu. Hunter Henry seems to be kind of the main tight end there.
Oh, the dogs agree with you.
I don't know what he
Dogs
did.
are happy about it.
I guess so. Hunter Henry it is comparing to dogs.
Yes.
I don't know what he did last week, to be honest.
He actually didn't have a great week last week. He got a few more targets. I think he got 4 or 5 targets. But everybody was thinking revenge game against the Chargers there. And he had like 1 reception, I think, for like 33 yards. But then after that, he wasn't getting anything.
Just nothing.
Chargers just took him out of the game.
Yep.
So
I said,
no revenge game for you.
We know where he
Jacoby
likes to go.
Myers, let's hope for a touchdown for him finally.
Oh, come on, Jacoby.
Come on.
I feel good playing flex just because his target share alone.
They just want to get him a
They
touchdown.
wanted to get him a touchdown, so I'd feel good playing Jacoby
Real
Myers.
bad.
Mac Jones, he's pretty much taken on that game manager role as his rookie year. So, I mean,
better
if you
stream
want
options.
like 14, 15 points, go ahead and try to play him in your super flex.
I want more.
If you want more, do not play him. Do not play him then.
More!
You're not getting more.
More! Oh, man. That should be a voice clip. We need to get that one.
I need that drop
We
for
need to
sure.
find that drop.
All right. Panther side of the ball. Chubba Hubbard.
Oh,
Playing Chubba Hubbard.
get him going.
He hasn't really been doing a whole
Chub
lot.
Hub?
Chub Hub? Chub?
He's been.
He hasn't really been doing
He's
a whole
getting a
lot.
workload. He's had a
Just
down
hasn't
couple
really-
weeks.
Yeah, hasn't really done a lot the last couple weeks. So, but
The way the running back position is.
CMC back? Maybe, possibly.
Well, I'll see.
If CMC's back, maybe we'll see.
Oh, man.
If CMC is back, do not play Chubba Hubbard.
Oh, you play CMC.
Yes. DJ Moore, I think, is the only receiver anyone trusts right now to do anything in that Panthers
I
offense.
hope
Yes.
you dropped Robbie a long time ago.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, I'm not playing him. He has been
How
on
the
a,
mighty have fallen.
yeah, a great few weeks just to go downhill real quick.
It was 1 week. He had that one bomb touchdown he caught in week 1, Robbie Anderson, and then all of a sudden just gone.
Yep.
And he was literally a 100+ catch player last year for over 1,000 yards, and all of a sudden just
I remember that.
And they signed him to an extension this year. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You would think with the Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson connection in New York, maybe we're thinking maybe he'd come back again, but apparently he does not want to throw to Robbie
I've been
Anderson.
hearing a nickname going around for Sam Darnold. Have you heard this called Same Darnold?
Same Darnold. Oh, no.
That's rough, man.
Oh, no.
Same Darnold.
Adam Gase isn't there anymore, Sam. It's okay.
They had enough effect on him, though. It's
Man.
coming back. So,
Let's hope he can get back on track.
Panthers side, I think DJ Moore and CMC if he's back, and if he's not, then Chubba Hubbard, and that's about it.
That's, well, I would do.
Unless you guys have anything else.
That's it. Right on.
That'll be it.
All right, Denver Broncos against the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
And
boy.
I just want the Broncos to play better. I really do. They're gonna have to score in this one. I'm expecting Dak to be back this week.
Get that Dak back.
That's what I'm expecting. So I think the Broncos are gonna have to try and keep up. I mean, their defense is pretty solid, but I don't think they're gonna be able to contain the Cowboys for the entire game. So
We'll see, yeah.
I don't know. Probably start Cortland Sutton.
Cowboys defense actually hasn't been bad as of late.
No,
so
that's what I'm
it's-
saying.
I
It
mean,
hasn't
it's
been like that's
why
I'm a little
hesitant.
hesitant here. So I mean, you could probably flex Cortland Sutton, maybe Jerry Jeudy too. Like I know I have to in a couple leagues.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. And if
this
you've
might
held
be
on to
where you're
Judy
at.
this long, you're starting Judy.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
you're not questioning it. Just do it.
Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams keep just splitting carries. It was a Melvin Gordon week this last week, but it could be anybody's guess as to who may or may not get in the end zone this week. So you're
How
either-
did Melvin Gordon not get traded at the trade deadline?
have no idea.
Like what?
they traded Vaughn, but they didn't trade Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Like how does that make sense?
I don't. Who knows?
Oh,
They're like, this is the one thing that's working for our offense is this split running back.
at that point,
Giants could
just
use
take
Melvin
it
Gordon.
then. Just sell off your old guys like Melvin Gordon. I mean,
That's what
unless
I'm
they're
saying.
planning on keeping him next year.
I don't know. You could probably put both of them in your running back 2 spot if you have to. Maybe
Yeah.
a flex spot and just hope one of them gets in the end zone. Keep an eye on Noah Fant, whether he's going to get off the COVID list before Sunday. If not, then I'm not starting a Broncos tight end.
What about Albert Okwebunam?
I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, there's probably worse tight ends you could put in, but
Teddy likes him some Albert.
he does. He does. He's and Alberto is pretty good, but I don't know. I personally would probably go elsewhere beforehand.
Probably. It's probably a safe bet.
Cowboys side of the ball, you're gonna start Dak as long as he's starting. Just keep an eye on him. Ezekiel Elliott, you're starting him up. You're starting CeeDee Lamb, and you're starting Amari Cooper, and you're starting Dalton Schultz. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
Michael Gallup going to be back this week? It's
I don't know.
possible. They brought him back.
They opened up his
designated him to return. Right?
Practicing
his
this
practice
week.
window, so I'm hearing a lot of optimism maybe this week, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not starting him if he does play, but
No, give him a week to show it, and then And then
I might be a little more nervous about Dalton Schultz if he plays.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think Schultz's production has come with Gallup being on the bench.
Yep.
And on the bench on the IR.
On the IR bench.
Yes, on the IR bench. All right, next game. Vikings going up against the Baltimore Ravens. What? Oh, jackpot! Jackpot matchup. All right.
Whoa! Vikings and Ravens.
Purple going up against purple.
Purple on purple.
Purple eaters.
Purple drink.
3 purple 7s.
Purple 7s all in a row.
Hole in the jackpot.
Yep. Purple berries. On the Vikings side of the ball, you're starting up Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
You're starting up Adam Thielen.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Tyler Conklin.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
And
Probably.
Kirk Country Cousins.
Wow.
Wow.
Start them all.
Start them up.
Do it.
Okay.
Start them up.
I'm good.
Jackpot.
Jackpot.
They played real bad this last week, though.
That was primetime, though. That's primetime Kirk. Primetime
Okay,
Kirk. That's the explanation.
Explains everything.
All right.
Primetime Kirk. He always flops.
This is true.
It's
Okay, that explains it. Start them all.
It is so.
Start
It
'em
is
all.
So, Ravens side of the ball, Lamar Jackson. Oh yeah, Hollywood. Oh yeah, Rashad Bateman.
I'd put him in a flex.
Mark Andrews.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Any Ravens running back.
Pay attention to who's going to be active, I guess.
Latavius went out with an ankle injury before their bye week, so if he's practicing,
Probably Latavius. Then.
that's probably the only one. But if he's not, I would go Freeman.
Freeman, yeah.
I guess.
I got lucky.
If you
and had
need to.
I had to start Freeman.
Yeah, you did.
A couple weeks ago, and he got in the end zone, so that was nice.
So, but man, even if it's Latavius, I'm just.
Yeah, it's just split.
I trade away Latavius in the big league, and I wash my hands of this
Wash my
situation.
Get rid of it.
I just don't want to touch it anymore.
He's done with it.
No more. Just racking my brain. I started Tyson Williams at one point in the year. I started Latavius and I struck out every time. I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, you don't know how to pick the Ravens running backs, man. It's going to be Lev Bell this week. Wow.
He's going to say, oh, you do?
It's Lev Bell this week.
Oh, my goodness. I washed my hands of this.
Oh, all right.
All right.
And
Next,
that's it. That's it for Jackpot matchup.
Jackpot!
next game is opposite of jackpot.
All right.
The Texans
You
versus...
watch. This will be another sneaky
This
blowout
might be
game.
the jackpot right here.
This could be.
Garbage
Honestly,
on garbage. Let's go.
No kidding. Man.
It actually might.
We have the Texans
Very
versus
well.
the Dolphins. So, about this game.
Yucky.
Houston Texans side.
Yes.
Brandon Cooks.
Woo!
Yep.
And, yeah.
Okay, move on.
There's the Texans.
Move on.
Miami Dolphins. Mike Gesicki.
Before we go, we could probably do David Johnson as a flex. Especially if we're anticipating it being a shootout. You know, David Johnson could catch some balls, right?
I mean, maybe. I really don't want to.
I don't want to either, but
really don't.
if you're thinking this could be a sneaky shootout.
Desperation flex, yes.
Then, I mean, Devin Singletary or David Johnson in your flex?
Neither.
Yeah, how about that?
I don't want to do either one.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, right there, right in the Kanigi.
It's probably the only time I probably go David Johnson.
The only time? Oh, Chance.
No,
you don't,
no, let's not get into
you know
this.
people's
Let's not get
flexes?
into
Have you looked at our
I
teams?
misspoke. I
Devonta Freeman
misspoke.
or David Johnson.
Yeah, there you go.
I misspoke.
Bell.
I misspoke. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this.
Latavius Murray or David Johnson? Yeah, there you go. David Johnson flex. Just saying.
I mean, he'll probably get some production.
He'll probably get you at least
Good,
5
nice
points,
little
and then
floor.
there could be a possibility he could fall in the end.
All right, let's get off these two teams right now so we can get back to the other
You're starting
teams.
nobody from the Dolphins.
What?
Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki.
That's it?
No Gaskin.
I do not trust Gaskin.
Tua had a good week. He's had a couple good weeks.
Yeah,
right.
Tua's. You know, against the Texans, I'd play Tua in
I
the
was
super
gonna
flex.
I feel more comfortable about
Yeah,
the Dolphins than I do the Texans.
Yeah, I agree.
Tua, I feel good about Gaskin.
Waddle?
In flex spot, maybe.
What about Devontae? Tua likes throwing to Devontae.
Yeah, he's back fully healthy?
I think he's back, yeah. He played last game here.
Not gonna lie, kind of forgot about him.
If you just,
Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
if you just got a couple flex spots that you got to fill and you're dealing with bye weeks or you're dealing with injuries or whatever, then you could throw either Waddle, Parker.
Last week had 8 catches on 11 targets for 85 yards.
That's actually
Not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
David Johnson or Myles Gaskin? Flex.
I'd probably go Gaskin.
Yeah, I'd go Gaskin.
Gonna have to because I have to.
I'm going to have to because I have to. All right.
All right, let's get off this game.
All right, we're moving on from the ugly of the ugly to the Los Angeles Chargers against the Philadelphia Eagles. And on the Chargers side of the ball, going up against these Eagles here, you got to start Justin Herbert. It's Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
Got to start Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Got to start Mike Williams. I'm not off of him yet, man. I'm not. I'm thinking you still just got to keep plugging them in.
Is this hang on a minute, let me look up his thing. You think this is a prime time to go out there and trade for Mike Williams, though, or send out some
I
offers?
mean, buy low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's...
Absolutely.
With a couple down weeks.
Absolutely buy low.
Let's see here. Last 2 games.
We'll see
3
some
points
bounce
at
back.
Baltimore, then had the bye week, and then 2 points at New England. So
Yeah. Buy low on Mike Williams. Okay. Austin Eckler.
Oh, yeah.
Start him.
yeah.
You gotta start Eckler.
And the Eagles, we're starting Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts for sure.
I like that.
Devontae Smith, probably flex. You know, probably. Running backs, good luck.
Jordan
Howard?
I would start.
Howard?
Boston
I would
Scott.
flex. I would flex all of them. The Chargers are actually their run
Yeah,
defense is
no,
terrible
I mean,
this year.
that's a good point.
Just
I mean,
flex them
just
all.
good luck picking which one might.
Yeah.
If you have all of them on your team, then yeah, good luck guessing which one. But if you have one of them, you could pick worse flex options.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's true. It's true.
Scott, Gainwell, and I guess Jordan Howard too.
I guess Jordan Howard.
mean, why not?
And then Dallas Goedert. Start him up.
Fire 'em up. All right. On to the next game here. We got the Packers and the Chiefs. On the Packers side of the ball, it's pretty easy as long as players are coming back. Devontae Adams still on the COVID-19 list, so keep an eye on that. Make sure he gets brought off of that. It sounds like Al Lazard is off it now.
Yeah, he got taken off.
So Lazard could be maybe a sneaky little flex play, especially if Devontae's still on it for some reason. So keep an eye on that. Aaron Jones.
Play him.
Oh, yeah. Rodgers, going to play him too.
Absolutely.
I think A.J. Dillon could be a flex piece in this one for sure.
He ran like a beast last week.
Yeah. Randall Cobb, flex?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
If everybody comes back, are you flexing Cobb?
If Devontae's back, I probably looking elsewhere if I can. But you never know.
I think Cobb could benefit with the loss of Tunyon. He might get those intermediate routes and stuff in the middle.
That's very true.
Something to keep.
And they didn't trade for Evan Ingram like I saw rumors about.
Yeah, I saw stuff about that everywhere too. They did not. So I would hang on to Cobb if you had him for like a little bye week fill in. I would just hang on to him just to see what happens. So Chiefs side of the ball. Yeah, I know they had crummy weeks, but Patrick Mahomes, you have to start Pat
your big
Mahomes.
three.
You have to start Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Damian Williams, Darrell Williams, excuse me, ended up having an okay game. He got vultured. Touchdown from Derek Gore.
Derek Gore.
Frank Gore's great-great-grandson.
Probably.
Oh, man. But if CEH is still out, which I think he's still on the injured reserve list,
he is.
He has not been activated to come back from practice. Continue playing Darrell Williams. And other than that, the tertiary receivers like Mecole Hardman.
You never know.
Yeah.
So,
So, I just Byron Pringle, all those guys. Nah.
that was before the Chiefs got in a slump. So it's even more so now.
Past those guys. So, all right, next game.
All right, the next game, we got the Cardinals versus the 49ers. So on the Cardinals side, Kyler Murray is playing.
Pay attention to that ankle.
Just make sure he's playing.
Yeah, make sure he's playing, but if he's playing, you're starting Kyler Murray.
Yes.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Keep an
Pay
eye on
attention.
him.
Pay
Him
attention to
too.
his hamstring. If he's not in, I feel good about AJ Green.
I would
Christian
feel better
Kirk.
about him, yeah.
I put him in a
Unless
flex
they're
option.
mad at him.
Yeah.
There was clearly some miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Chase Edmonds and James Conner both had pretty good weeks last week. So, I mean, it's kind of I put him in a flex spot. James Conner's your tight end dependent running back. Chase Edmonds is your between the 20s pretty much.
Yeah, James Conner, I mean, all of his points are from touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, he had like 6 or 7 touches last week that were all carries on the goal line, and he got into the end zone.
Yeah. This is like, it's almost like a Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams type situation, just not equally split. It's just James Conner.
It's just when they get in the goal line
Yeah.
or in the red zone, it's James Conner time. Well, I guess I should say within the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's James Conner. Zach Ertz, it sounds like they're trying to get him more involved, but until I see that happen, I'm probably staying away from him right now.
They're giving him looks, so, I mean, you could do worse for tight
Yeah,
ends. So.
it is tight ends. That's
I'm
true.
still starting him in the
Yeah,
back. So.
it is tight end, so dart throw anyway. Other side of the ball, 49ers. Jimmy G looked pretty good, but it is Jimmy G, so I mean, take that for what that is. He could have a good week, or you'll get a very average 15, 16-point week from him.
Start him up.
I would start him
I'd
up against
stream him up.
Cardinals. Yeah, for sure.
Debo Samuel, if he's healthy, able to
Man.
play Debo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk, I'd still stay away from him for a while. I don't know what that whole deal is going on there.
Like
but
I said, I want to see 3 games in a row from Ayuk before I even think about putting him in my lineup.
So
Yeah,
gross.
I don't. Yeah,
George Kittle might be coming back this week or next week.
There was,
there's talks about this week,
He's been
but
designated to return, right?
yeah, watch the practice reports.
Yeah, watch that. Out of all the running backs, Elijah Mitchell,
Yeah.
about the only one I feel comfortable playing right now.
As the footballers say, fire the missile.
Fire the missile.
And other than that, I think that's about it for 49ers side.
Nice. All right, Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, Titans side of the ball going with
What's going to happen?
A.J. Brown. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, A.J. Brown is my only real, strong start. And other than that, man, the Rams defense, they're going to have Von Miller now too. So the Rams defense is brutal.
Tannehill going to be just...
They're going to have to keep up, though, too.
They keep Jerry McNichols in, give him those checkdowns. I can see a lot of checkdowns happening.
Yeah, you could. Desperation.
Jeremy McNichols could get
on
lots
a
of...
hope flex, put McNichols in and hope that he just gets tossed checkdowns a lot. So, yeah.
If you're spending fab on him this week, you're probably flexing him. So.
If Julio plays, I mean, I'm not feeling confident in Julio, man.
No, because he can't even make it through a game right now.
He can't make it through a game because of his hammy. So I'm avoiding Julio in the leagues that I have him in. Yeah. So
do you think you have to assume AJ Brown's going to get shadow treatment from Ramsey, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only piece they have really at this point. So
I mean, Ramsey's going to be on Brown.
You going to temper expectations on AJ Brown then?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Michael Pruitt.
Michael Pruitt.
No, you can't bench him.
Michael Pruitt, tight end, deep league tight end, dart throw, deep,
Jeff Swaim,
deep. Oh, gross. Yeah, I don't like any of it. I'm not starting Adrian Peterson if I can avoid it. Just saying.
No idea. Yeah.
Rams side of the ball, you're starting Matthew Stafford, you're starting Cooper Kupp, you're starting Robert Woods, you're starting Darrell Henderson, Tyler Higbee. There you go. Get them going.
I flexed Van Jefferson last week, and that didn't do too bad.
Proved to be fruitful.
And actually, with Deshaun Jackson gone now, I think he is going to be more of a consistent spot in that lineup. And, I mean, never know.
Maybe.
Obviously, I have watched a lot. I've watched a lot of Rams games, obviously this year.
go.
But
Let's go deep league.
stats.
Second flex.
I guess. We're in a 12-team league, and I threw him in
Second
one
flex.
of my flex. Yeah, second
buy
flex
it
spot.
depending on bye weeks and what you got.
Yeah, we got 4 teams on bye, which we'll
say
catch
that
that up
about
at the
any
end.
player, though. Really, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
True, but I mean, Van Jefferson. I had literally watched like series where Van Jefferson gets like 5 targets from Stafford, and they're not just like little
They just
dinkers
dial
and
it up
dunkers.
for him.
They're just, I mean, they're deep routes, and I mean, he had like an 84-yard catch this last game, so he could take one to the house. You
never
could
know.
do worse.
Titans secondary is
Low
not
floor.
good right now.
High
They're
ceiling.
going to have Kevin Byard over Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp, whoever's having a hot hand, and then Van Jefferson's going to run off somewhere else, and the Titans won't pay attention, and he'll be wide open 50 yards down the field. So
All right, you heard it here first. Alex says Van Jefferson wide receiver 1 on the week. So, there we go.
You never know.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
yeah, that's what I
Van
got
Jefferson
from
or
it.
Allen Robinson.
Van Jefferson.
His last 3 weeks here. Actually, we'll do last 4 weeks. Week 5 against Seattle, 2 points.
Nice. Not
Week
good.
6 against the Giants, 3 points.
Okay, not good.
Week 7 against Detroit, 12.
Okay, that's okay.
Week 8 against Houston, 10.
Oh, well, okay.
decent.
I'll take those 2 weeks. I won't
Snap
take the
shares,
first 2 weeks.
Snap percentages, week 5, where he had 2 points, 58%. Week 6, where he had 3 points, 64. Week 7, 94. Week 8, 84. So snaps are going up.
Well, they went-
So if
they
you want a ceiling of 12
spiked up.
points, play Van Jefferson.
Yes.
Right on, right on. All right, Monday night game, Alex.
Monday Night Football, it's going to be the Bears going against the Steel Curtain Steelers.
Yucky.
gross.
All right, guys. Calm down. Calm down. Jeez.
Oh, so yeah,
Jeez.
jackpot number 2.
Jackpot.
yeah.
Secret jackpot.
Robinson, let's go.
Double
man.
honorary.
On the Bears side of the ball. Did Khalil Herbert get banged up?
Not that I heard.
Not that I think it was just he just had no touchdowns. His receiving yards were negative yards.
Ooh.
I believe he just had 22 rushes for like 73 or 74 yards.
Okay.
So I mean that's all he really had going on for him. Ben's about to let us know.
Okay.
yeah, he didn't get banged up. He
Yeah,
just,
okay.
he just had rushing yards and had nothing else to add to
Okay.
it.
So at this point, truly, I think Khalil Herbert is about the only option on the Bears that I feel even halfway confident about.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Mooney could be a flex option, I guess. And Allen Robinson, if you're really desperate,
He
if you've
shouldn't,
had him,
he
this
shouldn't
whole-
be on your team anymore.
Truthfully, yeah, he should be on waivers. I mean, seriously,
Sorry.
if Brandon
I love
Ayuk,
Allen Robinson.
if
and
Brandon
I-
Ayuk is on, I mean, yeah. Why isn't Allen Robinson? I don't get it. I love Allen Robinson, but he is killing your team right now.
Yeah.
he should not be on your team.
Even if he has 2 weeks in a row where he's just lighting it up, I'm still not starting him. I mean, it's
No, you can't trust it.
oh my
You
goodness.
cannot trust it.
Don't trust it.
Justin Fields started to look a little bit better this last week. They
Yeah,
started
but-
actually making plays where he rolled out of the pocket.
But let's remember who was out because of COVID last week. Head coach Matt Nagy.
oh yeah.
Let's remember who's probably going to be back this week. Head coach Matt Nagy.
That's true.
Let's remember who doesn't like to use Justin Fields' strengths. Head coach Matt Nagy.
You think if the Bears get throttled on Monday Night Football, Nagy gets the boot the next day?
He probably
I mean,
should.
it would
but he
make
won't.
sense.
He won't.
I don't think he does.
He'll get through
Bummer.
the season. And
But it would make sense.
yes,
Cole Kmet, tight end dart throw.
dart throw. Yeah,
His targets
They
are
seem
slowly
to-
going
yeah, I
up.
was
He's
about to say,
getting more
starting
usage.
to get more use now.
Getting more usage.
It's still just not a reliable offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So dart throw. Yeah,
Okay. Steelers side. Najee Harris, for
Yes.
sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Starting Najee.
Sure.
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
Oh, yeah.
13
He's getting
targets a game.
Lots of volume. Man, Chase Claypool falling off.
Yeah. That's
As goes Ben Roethlisberger's arm, just falling off.
yeah.
It's falling off as we
not
speak,
good.
and that's where Claypool is the big X factor is in the deep passing game, and Ben just can't do it anymore. So, bummer.
Friar Tuck at Friarmouth.
Pat Fryermuth.
Fryermuth.
Pat Fryermuth. Friar Tuck. Pat Fryermuth caught a touchdown this last game.
Woo!
And he actually might be kind of the halfway Juju replacement of that intermediate passing game. He's a big body guy.
And he looks good in the red zone.
We saw Roethlisberger is looking for him quite often.
We saw that in the preseason where he went off in the preseason and it slowed down. We're starting to see it again where let's throw it to the big body guy.
Friar Pat.
Friar Tuck. Let's go. Tight end dart throw.
That would, put
him in there.
I would throw him in your tight end slot if you don't got a better option.
I don't have him on my team, but yeah.
I've got in the big league. I have Darren Waller coming back from bye, and I used Pat Fryermuth as my fill-in for him. I might just keep him and throw him in a flex. You never know.
Whoa, double tight ends?
Double tight ends.
Double tight ends.
It never works out for me. Don't do it.
But we're talking
ahead,
about
Alex.
we're talking about Pat Fryer Tuck though.
Oh, Pat Friar Tuck.
Yeah.
He and Robin Hood are good buddies. So,
Yep.
anyway, hopefully we helped you.
Yes.
That's
it.
Is that it from Monday night?
This was it. Yes.
We did it. That's it. We're back.
Just to remind y'all, the bye week teams this week are the Detroit Lions, Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Washington Football Team. So if you got those people still in your lineup, put them on your bench.
Take them out. Take them
That'd
out.
be a good idea. Yeah.
Go put your Thursday night players up in your positional spots.
Yes, leave your flexes
To the later
available
games.
For the later games.
That's right.
That's a pro tip.
Pro tip. Love it. Live it. Fantasy it. Anyway, this is the Fantasy Chairman podcast.
Friar Tuck!
Thank you for listening. The Friar Tuck is going to get it done. You can find us on socials at Chairman Fantasy, at Find FF Leagues, and at Fantasy Squatch.
And download, rate, and review us on all of your podcast listening devices. There's so many of them nowadays. All of it.
We're all
Apple
over the place.
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spreaker,
iHeartRadio.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora.
We're there.
Just do it.
Say goodbye, Chance.
Goodbye, guys.
No, goodbye, Chance.
He said goodbye, Chance.
Oh, goodbye, Chance.
There you go. Gosh, follow instructions.
I don't do very well.
Hey, Alex.
What?
So when you're on a boat and you're on like a rocky ocean, and you're drifting out to sea, what's the best way to keep your boat like sturdy and just staying still?
Oars?
No, not even close. You throw out your anchor.
Oh, your anchor. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You throw out your anchor. You know what I like to do to keep my podcast steady and just sturdy while everything else seems to be rocky and wavy around me?
Not oars, right?
Not oars. It's Anchor again.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Anchor.fm. Let me explain. This app is free, completely free to host your podcast on.
Like 100% free?
100% free. And you get unlimited storage for all your episodes.
Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
As Russell Wilson would say.
Yes.
That's right. It's also got creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
Well, I'm all about that.
I know. And it also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on the likes of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all of them.
What's not to like?
It's great. You can even make money from your podcast, Alex.
And we're all about that.
And you don't need minimum listenership. So,
That's
that's a real good thing. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. You need to download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I'm getting right on it right now.
Keep your boat and your podcast sturdy.